So we got some interesting choices here. John's playing what seems to be a much slower list compared to a lot of Machines players. Running a full four of the Edition, a full four of Merlin, 3 Gawain, and 2 Percival on the main board. Very high curve, but with the extra green support from Hanzo, appears to be looking to play a longer game, but obviously still has those strong early game options in 4 Donut Drone, 4 Vivienne, and 4 Mechanized Knight, Skyround Technician, helping to round things off. Bit of removal as well, Torrent of Energy, just incredible value in Machines, getting your own enter, bouncing something back. Really quite efficient for just 2 will. And finally, Arendite obviously sees a lot of play. He's running 3 in his list, which appears to be fairly standard. There's a lot of things you want to be hitting, especially in the Machine Mirror. That's really worth keeping that will up for every turn. As for Zappini, we have a fairly standard looking Lucifer list. Isn't doing anything particularly crazy. He's running the full 4 Look of Corruption, full 4 Life Severing Blade, Skeleton Horde. Interesting inclusion of Sandstorm in the Rune deck. Not everyone was running that, but it appears to be the case that because of the Divinity 1 and the fact that it can be played for free, fits in really nicely to get to a Divinity total of 10 without having to sacrifice choices between other things. But we're also looking at 4 Disgraced Knight, incredibly efficient, just being able to basically get a 7/8 Resonator for 1 Black Will from the graveyard. Of course, being able to support that with the self-mill from the Stones of the Undead. But other than that, a lot of one-ofs in the deck.
Time reset.
1 Wonder of the Abyss, 1 Oberzukuro, and but other than those small one-offs, which I believe are included in there to be able to be grabbed with Demonic Division. I'll double check I got that card name right. Yeah, included in there to be able to grab with Demonic Division. Gives him access to a wider range of tech choices without having to sacrifice a great number of deck slots, which is one of the important reasons to include Demonic Division in your Rune deck. But not everyone made that decision.
That's it. So it looks like Jordan's going first on the play.
Yeah, definitely. I think looking at John's list, he might prefer to go second a lot of the time here, or at least benefits more from going second than his opponent would. By giving him access to that extra green early to be able to play some of his runes. He's only running 3 out of 11 green stones, but most of his spells that are green are double green.
Very interesting, especially with only having 3 win mana in his deck. Playing the 2 green is quite risky. So that's one thing we didn't really see too well. But he made top, so obviously it's been working out for him.
Yeah, that seems to be the case with running dual stones in this environment, is that it can, if you do run well enough, you can get incredibly good results. We saw that in the Brunhild game. Getting those white stones early really meant a lot compared to having them stuck at the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Jordan is able to hit his green stones. Included for the Song of the Fairies, cancels a spell for only 3 will in the deck, but 4 will from the Rune deck. And
Any cancel is a good cancel, really.
Yeah, and the Forest Meditation in the Rune deck as well uses his green will. Not a huge amount of green cards in the main board, at least. There's plenty more to consider in the sideboard, but we'll get back to that later. But being able to cancel even just a board wipe is really really efficient.
So we got some pretty hard mulligans from both sides. And the game has started, so Hansa going first.
Yeah.
With a Vivian,
Yep.
it looks like.
Yeah, definitely the stronger of turn 1 plays for machines. But Lucifer is able to get rid of that 1-drop fairly easily. Hopefully he has an answer in hand, or we might see Vivian getting out of control.
Please, if they want to realign the camera, I don't really think that's possible at the moment. The games have started, and it's not too much of an issue. Like, it's just a little bit. I understand some people, but
There you go.
it's
There's
okay.
the-
just bear with the game.
There's the random
It's
discard
fine.
hitting a Lancelot.
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of unlucky for Jordan, but unfortunately we don't know the rest of his hand. So hopefully in this situation, I'd want to hope he's got the tools to
looks like he had a queen.
move into the late game.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we're saying, he's running 4 Merlins. So when he can get to those, he's looking at being able to very efficiently develop multiple
Seems like a
resonators on
swing
board.
from the Vivian here.
Yeah, I believe Federico is using the caster sleeves for his rune deck there.
Is there his stone deck?
He's using the Force Will sleeves for his rune deck, the 0 sleeves, and the caster sleeves for his stone deck.
That's it.
Yeah, there's a Sky Round, a good drop turn 2. There's not too much to say that I think hasn't been said about Sky Round.
No, it is one of the better fields.
puts a lot of power onto the field. There's the Patchwork Frankenstein. I'd say almost the premier 2-drop black resonator at the moment. Obviously incredibly big on size, but serves as a really good stonewall to help buy some time against machines for these black control decks.
Yeah. Yeah, so hitting his first green stone there, Jordan.
Yeah.
So one more and be able to play pretty much anything in his deck.
Yeah, hitting the 1 green stone here does start to open up his options.
That's it.
Especially from the rune deck.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the art of the Frederick rune sleeve? So that is 0, I believe.
Yep, that's the
OG 0 art from... Is that the... Or is that's like the newer
I believe
art
that's
as well?
the Lapis cluster art.
The Lapis,
So
yeah.
0. Yeah. There's a Donut Drone. We see it sticking around for now. Often we see Donut Drone coming down and being banished right away for the 4+1/+1 counters.
Yeah.
We'll see if Jordan's risk pays off here to keep the extra body around, but potentially lose out on those counters in the long run. Unfortunately, you can't just banish it in response to removal.
No.
So Federico does have something available here. He does have to use it. But the size is slightly awkward for Federico here. You can't just hit it with the Rain of Tears to take it down 3 counters and take it out. But it's Grace now coming down. Not particularly efficient on its own, 8/7 for 3. But it's the fact that it can be recurred from the graveyard so many times during the course of the match that really makes it worth playing. And we've seen that in the Lucifer lists.
Yeah.
The decks that aren't running still running quite a considerable number.
And there's his second Windstone as well, so Jordan can now play pretty much anything in his deck that he wants.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to worry about colours anymore.
And we see those Merlins in hand. Looks like he's dropping that one out now. We'll most likely be grabbing a 1 or a 2 drop. I would expect perhaps a Vivian here, but we'll have to wait and see. He might be going to grab his Sky Round Technician.
Yeah.
Just to get the maximum value out of the 2-dropping grab. But anything in this
You
situation...
are correct there.
Yeah, there we go. Goes and grabs the
The Sky
addition. Looking at a rather large board here for Federico. The Patchwork Frankenstein helps to stonewall it a bit, but only being able to block every second turn does become a bit awkward.
Yeah. Blocking with the...
So there's the Disgraced Knight in front of the Donut Drone. Removes the counters.
Is he not banishing?
Hmm.
Did he not just banish? Okay, there it is.
Just letting the effect resolve.
Yeah. So getting those responses is a good sportsmanship there.
So swings in for quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's one of the bigger Vivians we've seen.
The flying really makes it strong, especially for a 1-drop, and getting counters just from playing resonators just makes it insane.
Yeah, 100%. We've seen that Vivian into Donut Drone tends to be one of the stronger openers.
Yeah.
But we'll see if Federico has an answer for this one.
Hitting that Lance for Jordan now, not Lance, Lance, sorry, would be really, really strong. The 2 Skydomes would definitely pump it up quite a large amount.
Looks like he's got a couple Gawain stuck in hand. Obviously not the worst, especially with 2 Sky Rounds, putting the +1/+1 counters on them straight away. Most likely holding them for a final swing, being able to give them swiftness, makes them pretty scary out the gate.
Yeah, definitely.
It could be a on this board state, there'll be 12/12s with swiftness for only 3 will.
Yeah, that is something that you don't want going into your face.
Yep. There's a look at the corruption here. 2 Arendite, 2 Gawain. Not really a lot of choice. I most likely expect to see probably Gawain hit here. 1 Arendite isn't too much different to 2 Arendites when you're looking to resolve a board clear resonator.
No.
But may still take it just to be able to start whittling them down.
Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, it does.
Having the 2 Gawains is also really, really strong. So getting rid of one of them, it's 1200 he doesn't really have to worry about.
Yeah, especially when his life total is only 2400 here. If he doesn't gain some life, those 2 Gawains as they were would have just been enough to take him out.
That's it.
Even if he couldn't. Ooh, what do we got going on here?
So it looks like he's just passed turn, 3 open will.
Goes for draw. So if three will, I'd say we're looking at most likely the removal spell here.
I've got that last one.
Life-Severing Blade. Life-Severing Blade becoming more efficient once a resonator has died. If he's got a way to get rid of one of his resonators, we'll see it coming out for cheap. But I think there's a good chance we're going to get it hard cast here.
That's it.
Melon swinging in for 9. Federico taking a moment before letting it through.
So the Hanzo Knights really showing what they can do here in this game. I wouldn't say it's got the top tier draws, but it's one of the better draws that you can get with the Hanzo machines.
Yeah, looks like he's picked up his torrent of energy here. So anything potentially scary that comes around by Federico will be dealt with, hopefully. There's the Life-Severing Blade.
Yep. Being hard casted there.
Yep. Yeah, taking out the Vivian. Don't really want to be taking another 9 damage.
Yeah, 9 damage. That's quite a scary flyer there. Hitting that 9, bring him down to 600, which is, anything can really, really kill it from this point.
Yeah, taking a moment to consider what to do. Does just let it go. I'm sure at some point there, those 2 resonators were tapped down again with those counters, but
yeah, definitely.
It doesn't make any difference on the board state at this point.
No.
If we see the Gawain coming down now, with the Energize still open, Life-Severing Blade is still a threat, I believe. I hope I haven't misremembered the cost reduction effect.
No, that's not it. That's it there.
No, yes, no, it would still cost the full 3. But yeah, there's the Donut Drone.
So it looks like going for the donut drone, probably into the Gwain here.
Yeah, donut drone off scrap and build. Into Gawain will be very, very effective.
There it is.
Having the donut drone helps to save from a potential rain of tears, turning off the swiftness.
Yeah, so swinging in for 12 here.
Yep. We'll see what Federico has up his sleeves. Takes the counters off, puts some
Buffing.
counters on.
Pushing in for that game, that 16 there.
Yep, we'll have to see a response from Federico here. Otherwise, this will just close out game 1. Yep,
Yeah,
checks
there
his
it
last
is.
card, but scoops it up.
So we got Hanzo Machines winning the game 1 against Lucifer there.
Yep.
And side decking will commence. I wouldn't be surprised to see both teams expecting. Not sure about the Hanzo Machines, but definitely the Lucifer expecting the Hanzo Machines. So definitely having a little bit in the side there to clean it
Yeah,
up.
some good options for Jordan here in the sideboard. An additional copy of Arendite to help stop those board wipe resonators. We have Squall of the Tengu, quick cast destroy resonators with flying for just 2 green and 1.
That's
For a 3 will total. But most of Federico's threats here will have flying. So being able to deal with those all at the same time,
Yeah.
really quite good. Jubei, the One-Eyed Swordmaster, destroy Special Magic Stone or 1200 damage to Resonator or destroy target addition. I think we'll see that came in. Lucifer tends to be a very slow deck.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're most likely going to see Ruins of Neverending Rain from Federico here, if he feels like he has the time to play it.
Jordan or Federico?
From Federico.
I feel like you know this deck a lot better. So Peter here wrote up all the gachas last night, so gone through all the lists.
I believe I am mistaken, actually. Pretty much every other list was running Ruins of Neverending Rain in the sideboard, but
Seems like Federico's got
Not
a small red
Federico.
package in here.
yeah, just for the
Burial rights.
yeah, burial rights, being able to turn off that scrap and build, but only having 1 red stone to support it.
Yeah, so 1 in 10 is, very, very low chance of hitting it.
Yeah, and then only 2 copies of it as well.
Yeah. Almost seems like it's not worth running, to be honest.
Yeah, but other than that, from Jordan, we'll perhaps see another Song of the Fairies, but already running a lot of those in the main board. Is not sure if we'll see that coming or not. And the other option there is Fenrir. Of course, being able to get additional draws off it, help keep the value train going. We may see that as well, but I think we'll definitely see Arendite coming in.
Yeah. So, getting ready for game 2. Not sure who's on the play on the draw. So far, it seems like Federico will be on the draw.
He's currently still got his Energize counter there, but
I think he used it last game, did he?
no, he didn't. Does appear to be going a second again. Not sure how I feel about that, giving machines the turn 1 play.
They do want that turn 1 to set off that Vivian early. Getting all their counters in first is really, really quite strong, as we've just seen.
Yeah, but having the Energize available does let you answer that turn 1 play and get back on the upper hand. But I expect Federico does have something in mind here.
So we're seeing the Snake Boy here.
Oh, we have seen Yomigan come out. So would have sided in his basic automatic stones too, to be able to support sacrificing stones. And there's one right off the top there.
Yeah.
Wasn't running any basic orders before, so did use up 4 slots in his sideboard to be able to run 4 of those, but comes down straight away. Obviously not being able to run Torrent of Energy in the sideboard to be able to get it out with full amount of counters.
Yep. And here's the random
The deck.
discard.
See if he gets as lucky as last time hitting the Lancelot, but
I'm not sure if that needs to be a clear dice there. No, it doesn't have to be. Okay.
No. And hitting the donut drone. Donut drone is, of course, good for Jordan, but having the Jormungand down instead of a turn 1 machine makes donut drone, I suppose you'd be less sad to lose it.
Yeah, definitely. Same with the skeleton here.
Yep, turn 2 sky round. Very, very nice. We'll see it put in as much work as last game, I'm sure. 2 skeleton hordes. 3 skeleton hordes. Looks like he's going to be blocking for quite a while. Fortunately for Jordan, he can sacrifice his stone if he feels it's necessary to get the gluttony counters on Jormungand, just to be able to remove them from game, being able to take away sort of 2 of those bodies at one, but it will cost him his stone. We'll see what his option is. He may just take the time to start beating in and getting through those.
Playing the Gwain here. Getting that swiftness off, so
Yeah,
becoming a 9, 10.
it'll be a 10 with the sky round.
That's it. Gives that 1/1 buff.
Yep, takes out a horde, creates a token. We'll see 6 block is developed in just 1 turn.
Yeah.
From Federico. Really, really efficient at buying time.
That's it.
These skeleton hordes. So it's no surprise that every black deck is running a full 4 of them.
It's definitely what the Lucifer needs, just getting in that little bit of extra later of the game, having those extra stones, being able to play the much bigger cards like Vlad.
Disgrace Knight coming down. 8/7 for 3, not quite as efficient as 10/10 Swiftness for 3.
No.
But still good being able to bring it back. We see those 3 skeleton hordes around, so we'll likely see all 3 of them being blocked and then banished eventually to bring back the Disgraced Knight.
Hitting off the Merlin here, getting the search.
Yep, grabs another sky round. Yeah, definitely seen this quite a bit from Jordan. Likes getting those sky rounds from the Merlin. It's no doubt it's quite efficient.
Adding a counter here to Jordan Drone.
More than likely will be a Gluttony counter to be able to remove one of the blockers.
Snake boy.
We'll see if it's the Disgraced Knight or if it is the one of the Skeleton Hordes. But yeah, there's the Disgraced Knight. Being able to get rid of that for good means that he doesn't have to worry about it coming back in the future.
That's it.
Gwain
Blocking with
going
this
in.
skeleton.
Blocked by a skeleton.
So would it? No, he would have taken the 400. Blocked with the token with Gwain. So still haven't seen a redstone being put in there, so I'm not sure if he's added that package in.
Yeah. Well, he does know the deck list, and he knows that there's only the one scrap and build in the rune deck, and there's no additional ones in the main board or the side deck. So with only one scrap and build, he would be sacrificing 2 card slots and a card space in his stone deck to be running it. You can find the deck lists on the Force of Will TCG US page. They've been posted as gacha log links, and they may have been also posted as the images of the deck lists. But for now, yeah, you can find them over there. Definitely seen Jormungand put in work over the course of the last couple of days. It's very easy to sort of get one track on machines.
That's it.
I feel. But Jormungand, a very efficient resonator for just one will. What have we got? What have we got coming out there? That'll be the Forest Meditation.
That's it.
Surprisingly good with Yeomangan, actually. One of the modes is to bring back
Magic
2
Stones.
target magic stones from your graveyard to the field.
So it's a very, very, very nice card.
Yeah, if he takes off the stones from with Yeomangan, brings it back with Forest Meditation.
They come in standing as well, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's essentially a free card.
Yeah. Forest Meditation, I think, definitely underexpected.
Yeah, no, I didn't see anyone playing this, but definitely having those green stones in the deck to play this, it does really help with Snack Boy.
Especially on the Yeomangan plan.
Yeah, I can't say his name, I'm just going to call him Snack Boy from now on. Yeah, Force of Will TCG US page has the Facebook, the Gachapon list, Gacha logs. That's the one.
Yep. So, the Mechanized Knight coming down, 2-1 counters. Really quite good, Mechanized Knight. There's no point, it's not going to have the counters to recover on it.
Here comes the Lance.
5/5 for 1. Lancelot coming down. Looks like we've got a response coming out here from Frederico. He's preparing a card in his hand, but
using the Energize here.
yeah, there's the Life-Severing Blade. It takes out the Lance before it can get any counters of its own, and before anything else gets up to 3.
That's it.
But being able to use that from the... you'll find the links on the Facebook page. Yeah. Life-Severing Blade, another 4 of another black decks.
Yeah, well, there's no reason not to. It's essentially a 1-drop kill spell. Quick cast as well, so...
Yeah, even 3 cost for quick cast kill without any conditions is still fine, but being able to play for just 1 will is really quite nice.
I don't see any recent posts. It was posted by Peter on a shared post for Team Pop, so
Yeah, but
I don't think they have names. It's just the links.
about 3 hours ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, still only the 1 green source, so not quite able to use those cancel spells just yet, the Song of the Fairies, but does still have his Sealing Scroll available, it appears.
Has another Lance. Looks like he's playing it now.
Yep. No potential life severings here from Frederico. Only 2 will, and nothing to, no way to have a resonator of his die. So we should see this land stick around at least for the turn. It comes in with 3 counters. Yep. So we are looking at a total of 10 counters here. Not the greatest board to wipe away, but
it still has that potential to do it if he wants.
Yep. There's the Yeomangan number 2 coming down. For 1, puts an additional counter on his lance with the Machine Stones, the Magic Stone of Dramaturgy.
Yeah.
Does keep up 1 blue. I would expect that Frederico here is expecting the Aaron Diet from Jordan, but we can see that it is in his hand.
It is, yeah. And having that Gwain as well, I think he might be pushing for game next turn.
Yeah, the board already is rather large with only a couple blockers. With Yeomangan being able to take out, if it hits Skeleton Horde, it'll take out 2 of them. And then with the Gwains on top of that, he'll be swinging in for 12.
So,
Ooh, there's the Rain of Tears getting dropped down on Lance.
so
We'll
3
see if he
-1,
makes
-1.
use of his counters before.
Looks like he paid
Yep.
the 10.
Yep. Throws away the board there.
Should there not be counters, tokens coming onto the field right now?
No, because Lancelot does remove all abilities.
Oh, right, it wipes them. That's
Yes.
right, it's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the main merit to using Lancelot's effect there. Just being able to get rid of 4 blockers all at once.
Yeah, exactly. Way too easy as well. Like 10 counters, you saw it was very easy to get them out.
Yep. Especially double sky round, that are crazy.
Exactly.
Really helps pick things up.
And still that Lance, even with those -3 counters, is still at an 8, I believe.
Yeah. Here we see the Demon Division coming down, searches his deck for a card. Mentioned that earlier, but just a couple of one-offs in Federico's deck. Able to grab them all off with the Demon Division.
Sorry, it's 5. Not as strong as I thought.
Which one?
Lance being a 5/5.
Lance is a 6/6.
He's got -3 counters.
He does.
But I don't know, for a 3-drop, 6/6, I think his abilities speak for themselves.
Yeah. If Lancelot was a 1/1, well, maybe not a 1/1, but maybe like a 0/5, I'm sure it would still be seeing play.
Oh, of course. There's just the counters themselves give it the buff, and even swinging for 5, because you're going to be getting counters left, right, and center, really. So tapping for, is that 8 stones or 7 stones now? I think it's 8. 7. 7.
Yes, so.
So we're getting a response here from Federico.
Yep.
3 mana. See what he plays out. Doesn't even look like he's too sure what he's playing.
Perhaps waiting for
Looks
some
like
sort of
something from the
call
rune deck.
here.
Yep, so use something from the rune deck there. I can't see it too well, sorry.
Yeah. It'll most likely there be the Jet Black Wings.
So there's the swings there. No blockers from Federico.
Yeah, but the -6/-6 helping to at least pad off that damage a little bit.
That's it. Killing the Lance. Not having to worry about any more things coming to the field, but he does have the Gwain.
There's Gwain.
Pumping this up. 2 counters. Making it a 12/12.
The effect of Jet Black Wings, I believe, should get it in for 6 still.
Paying 3 again.
So gets that up to 5 counters. Should now be swinging in for 9.
So that's another 3 damage. Should be on 8, I believe.
You know, yeah, definitely a very, very crucial turn for Federico here. He was able to hold on for one last turn.
That was quite an easy choice in the discard there.
Yeah, hits the Arendite, and then is able to hit the
entire board.
Yeah. I want to say Belial, but yes, that'll be Belial there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the reason to go up to the full 4 Arendite against the Lucifer matchup. If they are able to continually drop down Belial, it becomes a bit tricky to hold on to your board state.
Yeah.
But Arendite gives you the power you need to stop that from happening. Scarfin build coming down. Looks at...
That's the card I was looking for.
Quite a considerable number here. Was that 6 cards? 5 cards?
5, I believe.
Cards. Yep. And there's their main deck Percivals.
Federico's at 14 to 25. Okay.
Alright, getting a quick update on the life total here.
So,
Jet Black Wings, of course, causing a bit of mess on the math there. Main deck Percival is an interesting choice. Chooses not to return any machines or resonators of his opponents. I wouldn't see why. Giving the enter effect again from Belial.
Exactly.
And then you would potentially be getting rid of all the counters on your
Vivian.
Percival or your
with
Vivian.
5, that is scary. That is very scary to see.
Yep. That'll be swinging in for 10 in the air.
Probably taking off 2 counters to... Oh, not having to worry about the counters. 10 in the air. That is... Oof.
Yeah.
Whereas... I'm losing pages.
But Belial does have flying. He's a 12-12. So if Jordan does want to get through, he will have to be...
Which he does here.
Dropping counters.
There it
Yeah.
is.
So dropping it now before the potential attacks. It would be tapped down anyway to help get the attack through, but here
course.
it helps Jordan to just preserve his life total a little more.
Yeah. I feel like playing it a little early, maybe waiting to see what Federico would have done before responding so suddenly. Going for a judgment here.
Yes.
Just bringing in, discarding 3 cards, so getting rid of that last card.
Yeah, and then we see the Percival play down instead, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, with that quick cast.
In response
definitely.
to the look of corruption there, dropping it down. Definitely want to strength Percival is a 9/9 quick cast for 4. The inner effect is of course can do quite well,
Yeah.
but we do see Lucifer coming out.
With the discard here.
What was
The
that?
mill, sorry.
Discard from Lucifer, not from look of corruption.
Yeah, and the tapping the stone for the
Yep.
mill there.
We see Lucifer's obviously down. Federico does need to have a flying block to deal with that Vivian. Vivian's still currently larger, just by 100 attack and defense.
Just going, looks like they're going through attack values.
Yeah, so we have
1 mana open on Federico.
1,300 Percivals.
That's a scary boy. Blocking with the Lucifer here and
Yep.
swinging with the other one.
Yep.
Taking that, being down to 1. And swinging for game. So
There
Hazard
we go.
Machines ending the match. Beating
Yeah.
Lucifer. Definitely showing what that extra little green in the rune deck really did to the deck.